You guys, so I'm sitting here smoking a fucking cigar while, just recouping my thoughts. I just woke up from I wouldn't say a nap, but I just woke up like, about an hour ago. Had a pretty tiring day at work, didn't get much sleep last night, so after I finished eating lunch earlier, I kind of just laid down, was watching a sermon from Billy Graham, and I did finish it, but I fell asleep like more towards the end. I remember most of it, but not entirely because I was falling asleep. But anyways, what I like to do, like, cause I started smoking cigars recently. I don't smoke weed no more. It's been almost 3 months, I think, since the last time I smoked weed, and I'm just sitting here gathering my thoughts and going over, like, reflecting my thoughts pretty much. Smoking a cigar, really no technology, just we'll think of it as sort of a meditation session. But anyways, I was going over a little bit about like why am I doing what I'm doing? And you might ask, what do you mean? Why are you doing what you're doing? Well, what I mean by that is like just the content aspect side of things and the Bible aspect side of things, if that's even the right word, and then trading. So, you know, I do have to study harder. I do have to backtest a lot more than I do. I don't do it enough, I would say. And, practice makes improvement. Practice makes perfect, even though there's no such thing as perfect. So we'll just say practice makes improvement. I like that a lot better. And basically I do write down some of the things that I think about. So yeah, technically I sit here and journal, diary, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Taking notes, whether it's through trading or on your own thoughts, is actually very good for you and is very healthy for you. But some of y'all might not see it that way. Who cares? I don't care. I basically told myself that I do gotta study and backtest a lot more, but I also have to study the Word of God just as much because I'm still pretty early into my trading, only nearly a year, I think. I'm still pretty early into my Bible, like my faith, I would say. I would say that if I'm anything, I'm Christian, but I don't really care for a religion, like a title on my beliefs. I just know that I believe in, the Christian views of the Bible more than like other views of the Bible or the Quran or whatever else there is. I just know that I believe in the Bible and that when Jesus came to earth, he came to earth as like God in human form, not just a prophet like the Quran. I believe that's what their beliefs are. But anyways, the whole point I'm getting to is like I'm like, okay, what am I after? What am I chasing? Why am I doing all this? And I'm chasing freedom. Freedom before death and freedom after death. And what I mean by that is, when I do content and I do trading and I'm giving value and I'm giving knowledge, I'm making money from that potentially. I have the potential to make money from it. I just have to stay consistent with it, do it like as much as possible. And so trading, that it in itself can bring me financial freedom. Content brings me financial freedom in a sense, but content is like, you know, not the greatest source of income, even if you are like kind of bigger. So content, I'm doing content just to give back and plant seeds for other people who might be in lower points at life, such as where I'm at now or where I used to be, because I used to be a bum, we'll say. I used to just sit here, play video games all day, smoke weed all day, not give a fuck about life, not take life seriously, slack off, and just have no, like, make no money. When I was still in middle school, I used to actually hustle a lot. I used to sell a lot of weed, and sometimes I look back at that and be like, damn, I was hustling, I wasn't playing video games. That shit was actually cool. It was actually nice. I liked how I was, because I was smoking weed, but I was still staying disciplined and, like, in a sense, and I was making money. I was grinding. I wasn't playing video games. I wasn't slacking off. I was doing what I needed to do, even though I hung out with friends and shit. That's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, because another thing that I wrote down is, well, I'll use this example because this is what I wrote down. Sometimes I miss my grandpa. He's dead now. He died from diabetes. Like, he went into a coma one day when I was really young and he died. And so I'm like, yeah, I miss him, but what did I miss about him the most? This is what I was writing down. What did I miss about him the most? He made my life and my childhood, like, fun. He made it better. And I'm like, okay, what can I learn about this? What can I learn from this? And basically what I can learn from this is, you want to love one another and you want to build genuine relationships with people, and you want to give, like, the people around you, like, fun life experiences. You want to, make people's day better, make people's life a little bit better, even if it's a small, like, improvement or a small fun experience. You just want to make people's life a little bit better if you can. And how do you do this? To do this, you want to, like, love one another, be kind to one another, and try your best to, like, uplift each other. And, now that I'm a lot older and I'm going through my walk with, like, faith with the Bible, with Jesus, that's one of the things he says. The two most important things from what I know personally at the moment is you just want to, like, love God and love Jesus, but also you want to love each other, love one another, and build, like, genuine, kind relationships with one another, and just spread the love. Whether you know them or not, whether you like them or not, you just want to be as loving as and kind as possible, just as Jesus was. And, I'm sure some of y'all kind of get what I'm saying. The ones who don't, well, I don't really know how to put it another way for y'all, because I'm not the best at talking or explaining things, but that's okay. I'm working, I'm improving, and I'm getting my reps in. Like, every single day, the more I do it, the better I get at doing it, talking and explaining things, which is kind of what I was talking to my coworker about, because he gave me a ride home today. That's kind of what I was talking about. You gotta do, it's like work, it's like the gym. At first it might be hard, but the more you do it, the more reps you put in, the easier and the faster you'll get, you know what I mean? So, and this is what the Bible talks about a lot. And, well, back on to my point, because I kind of got off topic. So I'm after freedom before death. I'm not after the flashy lifestyle like you see a lot of these traders showing off on social media. I'm sure y'all see it enough. There ain't no reason for me to do it, especially when I'm not making as much as a lot of people, like TJR. Like, well, that's the only example I got off the top of my head, because I don't watch a lot of traders. Or, well, trades by side, he makes a lot of money, but he doesn't show off any flashy lifestyle. He just, he gives back. He gives value, and he gives back through his content. He's pretty fucking cool for that. I don't watch him much because I don't trade the same way as him, but I do like to watch his psychology videos and his talks every now and then. But back on topic once again, I get sidetracked a lot, and, I don't know why. Maybe I got ADHD or whatever you want to call it. Maybe I don't. I don't really care if I do or don't. It's not affecting me too much, But, so trading and content, it brings me the freedom that I want financially, to where I don't have to work a job, and it gives me freedom here with my life on earth, and it allows me to give back to others, which, I like to give back to others. When I see homeless people on the street, I always want to give them, like, here's a 20 or something, but sometimes, shit, I might be better off than them, but I'm struggling too. And I know a lot of y'all probably feel the same way. So it kind of hurts I would say it hurts my heart to see them that way and not be able to help them. Like, in any way I can, even if it's just a little 5, a little 10, a little 20, whatever, you know what I mean, hopefully. And so trading and content brings, and I also put just overall self-improvement, brings me the freedom physically here with my life on earth. While my walk in my faith in Jesus is the one who can free you, bring you back from the dead, like after death, and he gives you freedom after death. Because, if you make it into heaven, you don't die. You die a physical death, yes, that's inevitable. We inherited that curse from Adam and Eve. they caused us to be separated from God, and they're the ones who caused us to, well, they gave us the knowledge of good and evil, like I talked about in my last video, but they also gave us the curse of death, you know what I mean? And that's kind of what Billy Graham was talking about today when I was watching his sermon. I don't remember what the video was called, but I think it was called The Cost of Living with Christ or something along those lines. And that's what he was talking about. If y'all want to go watch the video, feel free to. Billy Graham is one of my favorite pastors, as well as what's his name? Tackroom Bible Talk. I think his actual name is like Dwayne or something, but it's Tackroom Bible Talk. And he has another channel, Dry Creek Wrangler School. And another dude that I like to watch pretty often, which I haven't watched him as much lately, is Clarence Lee. And I think he has a YouTube channel called Clarence Lee, and he has one called More Purpose Podcast, which the More Purpose Podcast is the one I usually watch. But also the last dude that I watch, I really only watch these four people, is the preacher. I don't even know his name, but it's 2819 Church. I love his preaching, I love his takes, I love the way he explains things, and I love the aggression he has when he's, preaching. I look up to it. And so I was watching his video on, I don't remember what it was, I think it was Matthew, I want to say 25 or Matthew 28, about the master and the three servants, verses 14 through 30, chapter 25 or 28, it's one of those in Matthew. And where was I going with this? My point that I was trying to make with this is, honestly, I forgot. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I'm not even sure. Damn. I hate when I have a, brain fog, a brain blank, whatever we want to call it. But, yeah. My overall point is, I look up to certain people for certain reasons. I love certain people's preachings. I love the way that certain people can explain things. Like these people that I watch and put things into a perspective that you can understand, I can understand. And it's another reason that I watch other people, like for the trading side of things. My mentor that I watch and a couple of other people that I watch on YouTube. My mentor, I watch him on YouTube and also daily in the daily live calls, is Andre Diaz. I also like to watch Justin Werlean from time to time. I do like to watch Trades by Side because I love, his perspective and his take on things and the way he explains things and just overall his mannerisms and demeanor. And besides them, I do watch TJR sometimes. More of his psychology videos, not his trading videos, because he trades on the smaller time frame, which I do not. I do trade ICT concepts, but I do not trade on the smaller time frame. But anyways, yeah, we're at 14 minutes already. I don't want to make this video too long, but yeah, some people I do watch for certain reasons because, there's certain aspects about them that I like, and I'm trying to, somewhat imitate them, I would say, but not entirely because I'm not these other people. I'm me, so I want to, I watch them and look up to them, but at the same time, I still want to do, I'm not like TJR or Andre Diaz where I'm trying to, live my life and show off for the camera in a flashy lifestyle. I'm not saying they do, but I'm not saying they don't. They kind of do in some videos, but, that's not what it all is. And they do give very good knowledge, content-wise, and very good value through their content. So I look up to them. I kind of watch them. I think those are really the only four people that I watch when it comes to trading. And so I watch them to kind of, pay attention, take tips, just watch the way they do things, and then take it all, wrap it all in a big old bundle and put my personality and my view, my perspective on these things through my content, the way that I see things, the way that I go through life. I don't, the fancy lifestyle, the flashy shit, it doesn't intrigue me as much as it may intrigue some people. So I probably won't get a lot of views like other people who are showing off the fucking Miami day in the life of a 20 whatever year old with watches, supercars. You know, I will probably one day get some type of nice fast car, supercar, sports car, but it would be for me. It's not for the camera. It's for me at the end of the day. But on my way to freedom financially and spiritually, I will be a little bit calmer, I would say. Like, I'm more on the self-improvement side of things. That's why I'm doing content, to help other people who may need the planted seeds, or the seeds planted. I kind of said that backwards. I'm doing the content for y'all, y'all, to where, you know, I can, if y'all see me doing it, I'm trying to lead by example, like Jesus came here and led by example. I'm trying to lead by example, so maybe if you're doing whatever you're doing, you can look up to me, and because you see what I'm doing and where I'm coming from, because I live on the south side of Chicago. I live, like, I'm only making like $1,000 to $1,500 a month at the moment, so, which is fucking very hard to live on, but I'm making it work. And this is where my journey starts, and I'm gonna be trying to document the journey as much as possible, so y'all can follow me and see where I came from, just as like a little go back and watch it type thing. Like, once a lot more people start watching me, I can go back and see, like, okay, this is where I started, this is where I came from. And, you know, as like a, what would we call it, a journey, like a documenting my journey, basically. I don't know what I want to call it, like a diary through content almost. And that's what's one thing I need to work on right now, right there, saying, and you know, I hate that I do it, and I'm trying to work on it. I'm trying to be more better in my, like, talking and social skills, and like my just overall energy levels, where, like, yeah, I have energy and high energy frequency, but I'm not over talking too fast. I'm not saying and you know what I mean? Because that shit, it makes you seem a little slow, and in the business world, you can lose deals because of that. Although, you know, that's for certain people. I'm not worried about that. I'm just being me at the end of the day, but I'm trying to be the best me I can possibly be. But back to what I was trying to say is, I'm trying to plant the seeds for certain people who may be in similar situations that I'm in right now, in worse situations than I'm in right now, or maybe I can give something that certain people can take from that are in better situations that I'm in right now. So that's why I'm doing this. But yeah, I think this is probably where I'm gonna end the video. If y'all, like, got anything from this, let me know what y'all got from the video, what y'all liked about the video. And if you haven't already, make sure you like the video, comment on the video, and subscribe if you haven't already. Obviously, you don't need to, like, I don't need you to, but it would be much appreciated. So, excuse me. I'll catch y'all on the next video. I'll have a video out tomorrow. I don't know what it's gonna be about. I didn't even think I was gonna record a video today because I just didn't have anything to talk about. But through sitting here smoking a cigar and recouping my thoughts, going over my thoughts, it kind of gave me some things to talk about. But yeah, just, I'll catch y'all on the next one. Y'all have a good day. Stay blessed, stay prosperous, enjoy your life as much as possible. Don't rush the process, don't rush the journey, enjoy the process. But yeah, I kind of talked too much right here at the end, didn't I? It's alright. Y'all forgive me, won't y'all? But yeah, I'll catch y'all on the next one. Y'all have a good day.